I asked Santa to pre-order Eduard's P-40E Warhawk Royal Class dual combo kit for me, and it has just arrived. And I thought I'd share the contents of the box with you. Eduard's new 148th P-40 is the first newly tooled P-40E that I'm aware of since Hasegawa's 2005 kit. The Hasegawa kit is pretty good, but there were some engineering choices that made it less fun to build than it could have been. I'm surprised that it has taken 20 years for another manufacturer to get around to kitting such an iconic aircraft. Airfix's 2016 kit is of the earlier Tomahawk P-40B version. The Royal Class boxings from Eduard are limited edition kits that usually come with some extra goodies that won't be available in later boxings of the kit. Mine came with a very nice print of Aleutian Warhawks by Adam Tooby and a refrigerator magnet. After the Royal Class editions of the kits, Eduard usually releases Profipack, Weekend Edition, and Overtrees versions of the kits. Profipack kits usually include mass photo etch parts and an extensive selection of marking options. Weekend Edition kits are cheaper, usually won't have photo etch or resin, and will have fewer marking options. And the Overtrees will just be the plastic parts with no instructions or decals. Since this boxing is a dual combo, it comes with all the parts, masks, and decals needed to build 2 complete models. Each kit comes with 5 trees of dark gray plastic and 1 tree of clear parts. The parts are very crisply molded, with very fine surface detail. The exterior parts have very fine recessed rivets. Unlike the Hasegawa kit of 20 years ago, the fuselage sides are simple left and right halves. No modular inserts or separate tails for different versions. I am very impressed with how far around the curve of the fuselage the rivets go without fading out or elongating. The fabric surfaces have fine raised rib tapes with no sags or scalloping effect between the ribs. The control surfaces are separate parts. The landing flaps are molded in the closed position. Clear parts are thin and have no distortions. A neat feature of the clear parts is that they extend past the edges of the areas that are clear on the full-size plane. This will make it easier to attach the parts and blend the seams without damaging the areas that need to be clear. This boxing contains 2 very nice resin seats, one with an American-style harness and one with an English harness. The plastic seat parts are reasonably well detailed. And they're both American and English-style harnesses on the photo etch fret. There are 2 sets of resin tires and wheels, one with block tread and one with diamond tread. They have very nice detail, and the logos and tire data are legible on the sidewalls. The wheel spokes are separate 3D printed parts, and the wheel covers are photo etch pieces. Since all the marking options use the wheel covers, these wheels seem unnecessarily complex. I would have preferred to have the wheel covers molded into the resin. I assume that the spoke detail is for later versions of the P-40. The plastic parts for the wheel hubs are very good. The kit has plastic parts for smooth tread tires. There are some plastic diamond tread tires, but they are marked not for use. They may be for a later variant and might not fit the P-40E wheels. There are 3D printed parts for the cylinder head fairings and exhaust pipes. These parts are well detailed, and the ends of the exhaust pipes are hollow. The plastic versions of these parts are also very good, but the ends of the exhaust pipes are solid. The cockpit looks like it will be very detailed when finished. The modeler has the option of using pre-colored photo etch for the instrument panel, or applying instrument decals to a panel with raised detail. The instrument panels even include detail for the backs of the instruments. There are options for 4 different gun sights. Decals are provided for the cockpit placards. In real P-40s, the cockpit floor was the upper surface of the wing. The kit's floor has the correct curve to simulate this. A great example of the attention to detail in this kit is that 2 different cooling flap levers are provided, so that you can pick the one that matches the position of the cooling flaps you choose. A distinctive feature of the P-40 is the nose with the big intakes for cooling. Eduard has engineered this area so that the interior ducting meets the chin openings smoothly without steps, a drawback of the Hasegawa kit. There are optional plastic parts for depicting the cooling flaps, open or closed. The photo etch fret includes realistically thin flaps and actuator parts for building open flaps. P-40s left the factory with fabric liners inside the landing gear bays. This Eduard kit has the option of building the main gear bays with canvas liners installed or with the metal structure showing. The kit has parts for both narrow chord and paddle blade props, 2 canopy options, 2 drop tank options, a US-style bomb, and a British-style bomb. There are also unused parts, such as fishtail exhaust pipes and bazooka tubes, that hint of other versions of the P-40 are planned. 2 sets of pre-cut paper masks are provided for the canopy, wheel hubs, and landing light. The instructions for the mask are printed with a strange distortion, but the masks themselves look fine. A set of soft foam masks are provided for masking the wheelbase. There are 12 marking options in this boxing. 7 are U.S. Army Air Corps Warhawks, 1 stateside plane, 2 in the China-Burma-India theater, 3 from the South Pacific, and 1 from Alaska. There are 2 Royal Australian Air Force options, 1 from the South Pacific and 1 from North Africa. There is a Royal Canadian Air Force Warhawk from Alaska, and 1 Soviet option from the Eastern Front. I don't know if the resin and 3D printed parts included in this kit will come in later Eduard boxings. I suspect that you may have to buy them separately. The instructions are clearly illustrated and easy to follow. Color callouts are key to Gunze's Aqueous and Mr. Color paints. A few years ago, when Eduard switched their decal printers, there was some criticism that their new decals had some colors that looked pixelated or blotchy. Under magnification, these new decals aren't the best looking I've ever seen, but they do seem perfectly adequate to the task. I plan on using the kit decals for my build. This kit looks great in the box, and I hope that soon I'll have a built version to show you. Eduard deserves some kudos for this effort, and I hope that they don't wait too long before issuing N's, K's, and F's. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.